People, this is Brother Lyles coming at you with another video, and I'm pretty sure by now everyone has seen the thing about that comedian Ari Spear and Tiffany Haddish, about that thing they did with those children, the video. Let's forget about the part of supposedly the woman of the mother of the children trying to blackmail them. Let's forget about that part. Let's just say, even if it is true, let's just say that she even yet gave Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spear the permission to do that with their children. It's still illegal to deal with underage children, to put them into this situation, even if they quote unquote consented. Let's forget about whether she's trying to quote unquote bring them down. They brought themselves down by putting that video. Have you seen the video? The video is the video. You can't say anything else about the video except that it's vile and it's wicked. And that if our people continue to support this, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this more than anything. Us being able to laugh at ourselves during all these times of our being kicked out of the land and different things has somewhat been a way for us to survive somewhat, but it's also been yet a detriment to us, because it has allowed us to make a joke almost out of anything, right? And that's not good. Not to take ourselves such as serious, so that in certain instances, right, that when certain oppressions was being done to us by each other, that we could even look at those impressions that we was doing to each other and laugh about it and make jokes about it, or even to disdain those that were innocent, because the people that was denying it are people that make us laugh. So that because Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spear are supposed to be such great comedians or whatever to make people laugh, that people would say, well, okay, yeah, they might have done it, but you know, it was just a joke. Okay, so you mean to tell me, if you is a man or a woman and those two children were yours, and this happened to your children, that you would laugh about it? I would dare say that any of us would have any sense would be ready to take somebody out. If you have seen the video, right? Not the censored one. I'm talking about the one that's out. Now, I haven't seen the part of him getting in a tub with the little boy part, which, by the way, this is back in 2013. So this is not nothing, kind of new. I think they said that the reason the video hasn't circulated is because the site that they tried to upload it to back in 2013, the people that they was gonna that seen it said, no, you can't upload that here, and that it went into, I don't know, hiding or somewhere, because they said anytime you do anything on the internet, it's gonna upload something on the internet, it's always gonna be there. That somehow somebody was able to pull it back up, right, and bring it out. But that woman supposedly had been going to all these different lawyers for years to try to get them to prosecute it, right? But that no lawyer would carry it, so that was evidence against everybody. Even though I'm saying the video now has surfaced, because that narrative has been put out, all people kind of keep focusing on is she kept trying to sue her, she kept trying to do this, and she kept, forget that. Forget whether the mother gets any money or anything. This is a microcosm of what our people overall are into. Like I was telling you in one of the videos I made a few videos ago about the sex trafficking and all these other kind of things that's going on in our community. Forget the movie stars. I'm talking about what's going on right now. But that if we don't get a handle on this, the Most High is going to extend our time in captivity, because he is not pleased with this kind of wickedness. He is not pleased with this kind of wickedness, and that if we would support this and not rather say that this is a shame and that we would rather mourn than to sit up here and talk about whether the woman was trying to defraud Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears, but that them making that video was wicked and that somebody need to go to jail for that. And so, again, I say to you, we got to repent. We got to turn from our wicked ways. We got to ask the Most High Yah to forgive us. We got to put down this kind of wickedness as being comedy, right? And supposedly, these children could consent. Or even with the R. Kelly or Bill Cosby thing. Even in the sense of that Bill Cosby, maybe they did wait too long, but that if it ever was some evidence that would come out, right, then that we should totally denounce that, right? But that they got us caught on an argument, well, they people do it and they don't get prosecuted. But Yah has called us as his people to a higher standard. And so with that, I'm going to ask you to pray that even if these children was consenting, which they couldn't consent to that kind of wickedness, or even that if the mother turned them over to that wickedness, which she don't have no right to do that. That's child trafficking, and that's being done, that we need to speak out against that video. We need to speak out against the individuals that's doing this. We need to speak out against child trafficking altogether that's going on in our communities, and bringing up this new young group of people that's getting caught up in this LGBT transgender lifestyle. This is why they're doing that, because they're getting caught up into stuff like this, and nobody in our community is speaking up and believing them and supporting them when they're trying to sound a clarion call. So with that, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. I'm going to ask you to subscribe, and I'm asking you to be blessed.